Okay, this is Steve again. I'm pointing out here too. There's a little Catalina 25 out there that's sort of framing the Puget Sound Naval Shipyard. That would be PSNS. And I'm out here again on the outer concrete pad for Port Orchard guest moorage, the marina. And I'm going to talk really quickly about what we're doing next, which is a very big part of the project. I've alluded to it before in some of the videos, and we're in a really fast tilt or withdraw mode, and you're going to see some videos. If you link deeper into the project and you see the James Purefoy and Heath Ledger video where James is doing the knighting ceremony for Heath Ledger. He's in the stocks and he takes him out of the stocks and he knights him. That's where we're in now. We're in tilt or withdraw. And tow is, we talk about towing people out of harm's way and towing people in the direction of sovereignty and in the direction of the tribe where we don't do anything. I mean anything like anybody else. Any other human institution, we pretty much threw all that stuff in the crapper, in the round file, and we started over, and we're doing it differently. And we have difficulty explaining to people why we're doing it differently because they all want to put us in that little cubby hole in the roll top desk so that they know exactly what it is. People like to classify things. They like to compare them to something they know so that they feel all warm and fuzzy, and then they know exactly what it is. Well, they don't know what this is because it's complete wacko, way different, outside the galaxy different, a different galaxy, some other part of space-time continuum. See Jean-Luc Picard. He likes to say that. Space-time continuum. It's very different, and you're not going to find anything to compare it to because it is monopoly power. Monopoly power is a funny thing. If you're building monopoly power, everybody wants to know what it's like. Well, it's not like anything. That's how you get monopoly power in the first place. Well, but show us what it's like. No, you can't do that if it's really true monopoly power because it's so wacko different like this. And so tilt or withdraw is you have to dig into the project and you have to be the visionary and you have to be the venture capitalist and you have to actually take a risk. You have to roll the dice. You have to do what entrepreneurs are supposed to do, which is to look at the logic and look at the theory and look at the proof that is not in the Godolphin Arabian. It's already been born, already been raised, already run for the roses, and already won a bunch of races. It hasn't been born yet. And yet, you see the logic behind what we're doing, and you appreciate it, and you are willing to risk your hard-earned capital for that project because the agenda, because it makes sense to you, because you are a visionary. And most people aren't. They're not. And so that's what this project is about. And we have several different grades or commissions, they used to call them in ancient British military, a commission in the Army, a commission in the Navy. And you come in at a commission that matches your risk tolerance and your level of influence. So if you have significant influence with people who have money and you have money, you should come in at a higher level. And if you have not so much influence and not so much capital, that's okay. There's nothing wrong with admitting that you don't have a lot of capital and you're coming in at a lower level. Nothing wrong with that. Don't worry about that. Just get in. The only thing that you're going to wish you didn't do is not get in, not join this night ship. And we want people who match the agenda, which is ocean systems defense and land habitat defense, and kids that are going to die again tonight, 25,000 every single night, 10 million a year, and the pets who are going to be slaughtered unmercifully for the next year, another 10 million of them, just because they're inconvenient. Those are our four very, very, very large beneficiaries, and we're trying to raise a great deal of money. We really don't care about the wealth so much on a personal level. We build 501c3s, we build international nonprofits, we figure out how to get the regulators out of our business and how to do the right thing for the Earth's living systems, the web of life that's in a lot of trouble right now. So this is sort of do or die time. This is tilt or withdraw, like in the James Purefoy, Heath Ledger film A Knight's Tale, where he says, and you tilt when you should withdraw, and that's Keira Knightley too, like Johnny Depp, Keira Knightley. I add the Keira Knightley just for poetic effect because Knightley is her last name. And this is a boat operation with big boats and piracy and mutiny, and we don't do anything the way anybody else does. That's why we have Camp Wicked. That's why we have a Wicked Mutiny, etc. So look deeply into the project, look at the videos, look at the writings, listen to the audios, take them on a run with you, whatever you need to do to understand the size of the project and not be afraid of all the zeros. This is going to be a Forbes list climber, even though it won't be listed, because this is a whole bunch of nonprofits that are going to be hard to trace. That's the way we like it, because we stay under the radar just like I do. I pretty much, nobody knows who I am, and that's just as well. At some point it may be difficult, but I'll put on the dreadlocks, you know, the Bob Marley hairdo, or some other disguise, Groucho Marx, whatever. I really don't care to be on the pedestal. I just want to do some damage for the world's living systems, the web of life, which is in a lot of trouble. And I'm not going to do it direct. This project doesn't just give money away. It actually builds a huge fishing fleet for the big ocean concerns and land habitat people and the people who are trying to save the kids. It gives them instead of a fish, it gives them a fishing fleet. And that's what the boats are, and the islands and the mountain cabins, so that they can use those to raise money with our tools and with our model and with our ideas, our memes, that are really, really powerful. They are sex sells itself. That's SSI. That's a very, very socially secure income. As long as you have people, and as long as you have people who care about feeling good about themselves and feeling good when they're having sex, well, you're going to have sex sells itself. It's kind of old, like about 1 billion years. And if you want to use that for building your own fortune and building your own community into something that it's not yet, because it's not using leveraged money getting. We call them money getting memes because it's a whole bunch easier to just pick up money off the street, as if you found a quarter or a dollar bill on the street, than it is to earn money or to slave for money or all that other money making stuff. We don't talk about that. We talk about MGMs, like the picture business and the hotel in Vegas. MGMs are money getting memes. So this is tilt or withdraw. This is do or die. This is, if you don't get involved, then it's going to be a whole bunch more. You're going to get to pay mall prices in a few weeks or a couple months. Mall prices 100 times as much, 200 times as much. This is the penny stock. This is putting into the horse racing syndicate when it's really cheap. It's really cheap. I mean, I'm not even going to explain how much this is worth, because it's just ridiculous. It's insane how much it's actually worth. And when you look deeply into it, you'll go, now maybe this, maybe I don't need to call my mother-in-law to ask her permission. Or my accountant, and he's off, I don't know, in Africa on a safari for 2 months. Maybe I don't need to wait for him to come back. You need to make your own decision, be the boss, be the entrepreneur, take the massive action, do the deed, and help us with these really, really critical needs that the planet has, which are, the web of life is kind of melting, and nobody's doing very much about it, and we're trying. That's all we can do is try. And this is a big part of the try of the Blue Ocean Tribe, which is to build this important MarrowStone collection of assets, yachts, islands, mountain cabins, etc., in order to help the big, huge ocean defenders, Sea Shepherd, Woods Hole, Scripps, Cousteau, One World, One Ocean, Moss Landing Marine Labs, and the big land habitat people, Newman's salad dressing, I call them Paul Newman salad dressing people, Big Kitty Rescue, They rescue the big cats. The rhino people, the people drilling holes in Africa, the people who are doing the shrimp sanctuaries, you name it, eyes, the Meerkat Manor people, all of those people need help. James Cameron trying to dive down 2 miles down deep, and no government in the world would support him, so he ended up taking Avatar picture and Titanic picture funds to do his own dumbbell diving down 2 miles down. That's not right. We need a USO, a real USO for the ocean defenders, the people who go out and do the hard work for 3 months, 6 months, a year to support their families and to support them and to make their life easier. We need that, and we don't have that. We have it for military, but we don't have it for the people who care about the oceans, who do the hard work for the land habitat, who care about the kids and try to keep them from dying of waterborne illness, mosquitoes, of child armies, all the nonsensical stuff that the kids all around the world still die of, 25,000 every single night, and we want to do something about it. So this is Steve signing off on this really important video that's about tilt or withdraw and getting your immortal night ship set up in ours. So we're selling immortality. There are going to be very few people that get involved in this in the beginning. They're going to be able to afford it. It's inexpensive. And they are going to be on the marquees of these vessels. They're going to be a very small number of people who are going to be known for a very, very long period of time. I won't say how long, but it's a lot longer than you're going to be alive because they got involved early and because they helped us build this. And it's a really important build process to try to make some difference with the living systems of planet Earth.